So today I'm going to be building a fire pit area for my neighbors completely for free just because they emailed me and asked me would I do so. So the first thing I had to do was remove the grass, y'all, and I decided to do it the cheapest way possible, but trust me, this wasn't the easiest way. So that's when I went over to the Home Depot and rented the sod remover, and it only cost me like $70, so I guess that was still cheap, right? But anyway, once I got back, I was able to remove all the grass in probably like 30 minutes, and this thing was as easy as pushing a lawnmower. And after removing all the grass, y'all, I noticed that I had cut my neighbor cable line, so I guess I should have did a better job at identifying these lines. So maybe I should have just called 811. Again, like call 811 again. But anyway, after knocking my neighbor's Wi-Fi out for like 2 days, I was able to get the whole area marked and started laying out these pavers, which was a big mistake. And later on in the video, you're gonna see exactly the 2 reasons why I say that. And while I was away on the phone telling one of my other neighbors how I refused to do work for them if they planned on paying me, some guy snuck on site and broke all the pavers, which was a completely inconsiderate, rude, brilliant, but genius idea. So I decided to break all the remaining pavers just to get an area more of a natural feel. And let me tell y'all something, I couldn't have made a bigger mistake because the only thing this did would cost me more time, money, and work in the future. But my wife showed up and she gave me a little help laying out this gravel, and that's when I quickly realized that I didn't purchase enough. I meant to get 40 bags, but I ordered 30. So that's when I decided to move forward and put these posts in the ground because I had this idea to put these arches around the entire area, and that was gonna make everything come together and kind of make the whole area feel like a room, if you know what I mean. But as far as the gravel, I just went back online to homedepot.com and I chose the option to have them deliver it to me because we had a hurricane coming and it was no way I wasn't gonna finish this job today. Got dust everywhere. So after setting all my posts and making sure everything was the same height, it was time to cut my top pieces and put all the arches together. Now, if you plan on doing something like this, be sure to get you some help because when it comes time to lift up these top boards, they're extremely heavy, and unless you're me, I don't advise anyone to do nothing like this alone. Now it's time, I guess, we see just how strong it is. Now, I'm not sure if this attests to see how strong the arches are or see how strong
my wife came out here and she decided that she didn't like these pavers being right here and in the fire pit area.
Yeah, I couldn't have made a bigger mistake than that because this is going to cost me a whole lot.
So she wanted me to take up all the pavers, move them to these torps. I only put pavers right here in the walkway area and put gravel over here where the fire pit and the chairs are gonna go. So I guess I ain't got no other choice. Happy wife, happy life, right?
So my wife always come up with these great ideas to help with my projects, y'all. But sometimes she just present them a little too late.
Next time I'll bring her out here from the beginning. That way I ain't gotta be working twice. And look who decided to pull up. So I got it all picked up already.
So since the boss was on site now, it was time for me to stop lounging around and really do some work. But I'm not gonna lie, her idea really did work out good because we added larger pavers in the walkway area, which was a great idea because it created a smoother surface, especially for my neighbor because she just had a baby and we didn't want her tripping and falling or getting anyone else hurt for that matter. But after putting all the pavers down, y'all, my supervisor went back to her office, so that left me to put all these plants in the ground, and it was great to see everything finally start coming together.
And that's the first time I ever picked up a worm.
And believe it or not, that's really the first time I ever picked up a worm with my bare hands. But anyway, y'all, after installing all the plants, we decided to take a quick trip to the Home Depot and pick up these wall stones. And when we got back, I noticed that the chairs and the fire pit that I had ordered online was delivered. So that was a good thing because that meant we was gonna get this job done. And talking about last minute trips, I had to go to Home Depot like 5 times, and it's a good thing that was right down the street.
You ever want free labor, just get you a wife.
And I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I wish I'd have had these wall stones delivered also because after loading them on my truck and then unloading them off my truck and then loading them onto this wheelbarrow was a job itself. But lining up these stones were pretty simple. I mean, you just gotta make sure everything is tight. And once we got finished, my wife quickly added some mulch, and I decided to go in and start hanging up the swing. And if you've been watching this video and you feel inspired to do a project this weekend, be sure to head over to the Home Depot website and use these reference guides, because they have thousands of them that can show you how to do just about anything.
That's the most comfortable chair I ever sat in. I got the chairs hung up.
Turn it towards me.
Turn it towards you. These right here.
And I don't know about y'all, but I absolutely love these firewood holders.
Believe it or not, they brand new, but they look kind of rustic like that.
And that's the feel I was aiming for, y'all, because I wanted these to look like I got them out of an abandoned warehouse somewhere.
Make sure you wear gloves.
And these are individual pieces, so I just purchased 3 and bolted them together. And after that, we just quickly added the chairs around the whole area, and it was time to put the fire pit in place and light this thing up. And I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I was extremely tired at this point, but I found some new energy from somewhere, because seeing this thing come together, it just brought me new life. And the results was amazing, even in the daytime, y'all. I mean, they look like something straight out of a magazine. And believe it or not, I got everything from the Home Depot, y'all. I'm talking about from the rocks, the chairs, the fire pit, everything. And before we bring the neighbors out, would y'all please go and like and subscribe to this page? Because who knows, one day Uncle John might be in your backyard.
Oh my.
What?
Stop it.
This is epic. Wait, are y'all serious?
And I want to say thanks to my neighbors Jonathan and Marley for allowing me to transform that backyard. And also thanks to my neighbors over at the Home Depot for sponsoring this project.